The main event is set for fireworks as Gervonta Tank Davis takes on Lamont Roach. But I'm telling you, in this video, we got to talk about the full fight card conversation. This is Serious Grind Boxing, where we're dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. Look, man, Gervonta Tank Davis is back, and he is defending the WBA lightweight title in what I'm gonna call a stacked PBC event. And everybody wanna know, will Lamont Roach pull off the shocking upset, and who else is gonna fight in this card? So we gotta talk about this thing right now, because man, it is just interesting to say the least. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis is a knockout artist, and he is stepping in the ring for the first time in nearly a year. Now, he's an undefeated champion. He got 30 wins, no losses, and he has 28 knockouts. He is defending the WBA lightweight title against the WBA junior lightweight champion, Lamont the Reaper Roach. Now, Lamont has 25 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and he only has 10 knockouts. I think this is a very important fight. And the reason why I say I think it's a very important fight is because Gervonta Davis is one of the biggest stars in boxing right now. He is known for his explosive knockout power. And Lamont Roach, which people are not talking about, he is moving up in weight, and he still holds the 130-pound title. So everybody want to know if Lamont Roach is going to be able to handle the power of Gervonta Tank Davis, or is he going to get sent to the Shadow Realm with a Mortal Kombat flawless victory by Tank Davis? That's what everybody want to know. I think Lamont Roach is a solid fighter, and he is stepping up in weight. He's challenging himself. He is daring to be great. He's challenging Tank Davis at 135 pounds. And I think that's going to be a huge challenge because he's giving up power. He's giving up speed, and he does not have the experience at the weight class that Gervonta Tank Davis fights at comfortably. So now, if Lamont Roach can survive early, do you think that he has a shot to win against Gervonta Tank Davis? Now, I say no because look, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, he is just different. His style is different. Just how he is as a person is just totally different. So I'm expecting Gervonta Tank Davis to totally win against Lamont Roach. But what if Lamont Roach shocks the entire world and defeats Gervonta Tank Davis? What if Tank gets clipped? Oh my God, that would send complete shockwaves through the boxing world. Man, that would be something. So then the co-main event, you got Valenzuela versus Russell, right? Yeah, you heard that right. You know what I'm saying? So Gary Antoine Russell, yeah, he's getting ready to fight Valenzuela, Jose Valenzuela. Now that's before Tank takes the stage, right? So Jose Rayo Valenzuela, I always call him Rayo, but he is facing Gary Antoine Russell for the WBA junior welterweight title. And I want you to think about this for a second. And the reason why I want you to think about it is because this is going to be a very good fight. I say that because Valenzuela is a counterpuncher. And man, when I tell you, every time I look at the fight that he had against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, this was a counterpunching masterclass. His timing was so great. when he was fighting Isaac Cruz. Man, I was like, what in the world? Now, Gary Antoine Russell, he's a knockout artist. He got 17 wins, 1 loss, but he got 17 knockouts. And he is very, very hungry. He's coming off a loss. So these are 2 young lions in their prime, and they are battling for that title. So, man, I don't know what's going to happen. Now, for Valenzuela, he's going to have to stay sharp. He's going to have to control the distance, and he's going to have to counter Gary Antoine Russell's pressure because, man, the pressure that GAR has, it makes it where your mind is like, what to do? You know, so the question, do you think that Gary Antoine Russell is going to be able to close the gap facing Valenzuela? Do you think he's going to be able to hit him with a lot of volume punches? Do you think his power is going to be too much for Valenzuela? Because I've only seen one person kind of tap that chin and really hurt Rayo. You know, and I think that was De Los Santos. You know, even though they was hurting each other, it was like, man, what in the world? Woo! So anyway, we're gonna push on. This is a very good card. You know what I'm saying? Because you got so many different fighters, and they are fighting for world titles. You have Alberto Pollo versus Sandor Martin. And if you don't know, that's for the WBC Junior welterweight title. That is the title that Devin Haney had until the WBC made him a champion in recess, and then Alberto Pollo was elevated as a champion. But one thing that I noticed when Alberto Pollo became champion from that elevation, no one called him an email champion. So it was like, why only one person who got elevated to champion, to full champion status, gets called email champion, but everybody else who gets elevated, to include Gervonta Tank Davis and Alberto Pollo and so many others, when they get elevated, no one has called them an email champion. That is very interesting. That just popped up into my mind. But anyway, Alberto Pollo, he is undefeated. He has 23 wins, no losses, 10 knockouts, and he is defending his belt for the first time ever since he got elevated, and now he's defending that belt. So basically, Alberto Pollo is an email champion by your rules, by the rules that everybody said, oh, if you get elevated, you're email champion. And now he is getting ready to fight Sandor Martin. Now, Sandor Martin is 42 wins, 3 losses. He got 15 knockouts. Now, he shocked the world. You know, he defeated Mikey Garcia. A lot of people think that he defeated Teofimo Lopez. But I just wonder if Sandor Martin is going to be able to take over and take the title from Alberto Pollo. That's what I really want to know. You know what I'm saying? That is going to be a problem. That is the fight that I'm really looking forward to. Of course, I want to see Tank Davis, and I want to see Gary Antoine Russell and Valenzuela. Even I'm leaning toward Valenzuela. But you can't say that, you know, Gary Antoine Russell is not that guy, because the pressure. Look, he's just coming off a loss. I don't know what his fight camp was looking like. You know, I think Rayo got this confidence now. I think, you know, everything is right on track, is back on track. So since he's a train that has got back on track, I wonder if Gary Antoine Russell is going to be able to derail that track. But anyway, okay, so now you got Jonas Tellers against Julian J. Rock Williams, right, at 154 pounds. Now, Jonas, he is 9 wins, 7 knockouts. He is a Cuban phenom, and he is on the rise in the super welterweight division. Now, J-Rock, Look, man, he is a veteran. He is a former unified champion, and basically he is looking to redeem himself. So can he do it? He has 29 wins. I think he has 4 losses. I think he got like 17 knockouts. I have to go back and check the box rec for him. But basically, this is like a old school versus the new school. So if J-Rock does not get this win, most people will conclude that he is completely finished. Or can this young lion, show the whole world that, hey, I'm young, I'm hungry, I'm here to stay, and I gotta get this old guy out of here? Or will this old school dude be like, you know what? One more time, I'm gonna need to turn back the hands of time and destroy the young lion. Because if he does that, oh my goodness, this is gonna be crazy. But for the PBC, in my opinion, this is one of the best cards that you could just see. This is just a great card, in my opinion. I am looking forward to this stack card, and it's going down in a couple of hours because I'm recording this video on the day that it's getting ready to drop. So, man, you got Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Who do you think is going to win? I say that Tank is going to win by a KO, and I'm going to say round 6 or maybe 6, 7, or 8. Later rounds, Tank is going to get the KO. How about Valenzuela versus Gary Antoine Russell? Look, if it's a war, if they go back and forth, I think Gary Antoine Russell is going to win. If Valenzuela can, offer a great countering situation like he did with Pitbull Cruz, then I think Valenzuela can win. But if they go to war, then I think that Gary Antoine Russell, I think he wins the war. You got what I'm saying? That's what I think. Okay, so for Pollo versus Martin, for me, it's just too close to call. But if I was put in a situation where I had to choose, I'm going with Martin for the upset. Martin pulls the upset on Alberto Pollo. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so for Tellers and J-Rock, look, man, I think this is going to be a situation where the veteran is passing the torch to the young up-and-coming fighter, because if it goes to the scorecards, I think the young guy is going to win. So to win this fight, J-Rock has to knock out the young guy. But look, drop your predictions in the comments. Who wins these fights? Look, smash the like button if you're hyped about this card. Smash the like button if you really love boxing. If you're serious about boxing, smash the like button. Hey, share this with the world. Subscribe to Serious Grind Boxing. Hey, feel free to buy me a coffee. And guess what? I'm getting ready to get out of here because I'm on the grind.